Thank you very much. So cities of the future are going to be growing. They're growing by 2.5 billion more inhabitants by 2050. And what does that mean to the cities? Well, that means that they will need to increase their infrastructure. They're going to need to provide more sewage treatment, more water, more energy, and generally more infrastructure. And that cost right now is being borne or being planned by the cities to be borne by the cities. And if you look around the world, not a lot of extra money exists in that city environment. So try and think how you would do it differently, whether you could put it in at building level. Can you make an infrastructure within the city buildings and create a closed loop environment where that waste and that water and that energy could be created on site? Well, that's exactly what we've done. My name is Sandra Sassow, and I have a company called SEaB Energy where we've come up with the Flexibuster. The Flexibuster system is a closed-loop appliance that can sit in building and process the waste and the water and the food that is from the catering and the prep waste that you do either at residential, so at home level, or at commercial level, into the building system. The system would sit in the basement, and it would come back as energy and water for the site. There's a tremendous amount of water in organic waste. 80% of the waste is water. And if you recycle that on site, you can save 20% of the usage. So 20% of the water can come from the waste. So this is our system. It takes the waste in the front. It's a bacterial system, so the bacteria eat the waste. They produce biogas, which we then convert into energy for the site. The site's energy usage could be cut in half by using this system on site. You can take 50% of the heating and cooling and produce it from your own waste. And you can reduce your water consumption. So think of these cities that are now looking to house 2.5 billion people by 2050, putting these systems at the building level and cutting the carbon footprint of waste and being able to create carbon credits, which in some areas, like in Europe where we're based, have a value that are associated with them. So where can you put these systems? Well, you can put them in a building, like this one, which is in a university campus in the US. You can put them next to a building, so you can create, this is a waste collector in France, that is reprocessing rather than reshipping as a transfer site to another location. Or you can put them stacked next to a building and where the space is tight, and this happens to be behind a hospital. So all of those sites are areas where you could put them. You can put them in any city around the world, whether it's in Asia or Africa or Europe or South America. But it's not just cities where we can place these units. We can place them at village level and create a microgrid. We can place them in man camps that are temporary as an infrastructure that can be also temporary. They're scalable, so they can get bigger and smaller depending on the amount of waste that's available on the site. So think of these systems sitting next to a building or in a building on an island where there's waste and there's a need for water. So where are we? Well, we are scaling around the world. We have our first production commercial units out in the field in 4 countries. Those units are able to then work for those customers and scale into 20 to 100 more sites for those individual customers. And we're able to then work with these little tick marks are all distribution partners that we've signed on that are looking at first sites in their country of origin. So think about your country, think of where you can use these units, think of where a closed loop environment would help with the infrastructure and would help to cut the cost. So we're here at the UN trying to get some support to have cities and countries around the world think differently about how they manage waste. Can we take these units and put them into your environment? Can you find us local partners and people to help us get through the legislation blocks that exist in these markets? And can you find or fund a pilot system to deploy in your environment? That's what we're here to ask for. If you've got the money, please put one into your neighborhood. Would it work in your building? We'd love you to all have one. Thank you very much for your time.
Thanks very much, Sandra. Fascinating presentation. I can imagine a day when the biomass, the fuel produced by the Flexibuster could be used in the cook stoves that Ose Eke was telling us about in the first presentation. Look at that for synergy. So stay on stage, Sandra. We're going to invite up some of our accelerators now. Let's get you up on stage, guys. We want to hear your thoughts about this idea, which makes a future, which sees a future in which cities and communities can capitalize on their waste to create energy and make that possible. Let's all squeeze on the stage here. Okay, so let's go down the line. You have a minute. Tell us who you are and how you can help.
All right, the pressure. First, Sandra, I'm absolutely blown away by what you and the team at SEaB are doing. I'm Josh Burgess. I'm the Vice President of Global Community at Unreasonable Group, where we, in essence, take social entrepreneurs and impact entrepreneurs like yourself and use our global community to help them scale and have a broader impact globally. And I really want to go back to that part about scalability because I'm struck by the variety, the wide variety of use cases for it, whether it's urban, rural, small island. But what I want to focus on most is, with the problem of almost 70 million displaced persons in the world right now, refugee camps, IDP camps are the ideal place for a solution like this to be able to deal with waste, but also produce energy and usable water. And I would love to see, first of all, we are going to help you try to find the right people to encourage that sort of investment and to find a solution. But I also would like to call to action the UN itself here, because obviously they play a big role in that. So here we are in the right spot at the right time, and I'd love to see it move forward.
Fantastic. Let's pass the mic on.
My name is Rometha, and I was part of the selection committee, so well done, Sandra. I'm very blown away, and it's such a disruptive thing, what you're doing, which is why we need to kind of enhance the dialogue between cities and how we can actually get it into the framework. So I am actually part of the Global Shapers community, and we have over 400, chapters in over 400 cities. So we can offer help in terms of getting legislators on board, on the table with you and with us to kind of see how we can scale further and get Flexibuster everywhere in every city around the world.
Awesome. Responding to a need that you actually voiced. Fantastic. Yes. Great. Hassan.
My name is Hassan Azazi. I'm a professor of chemistry at the American University in Cairo. I would like to congratulate you for the system. There are many systems in the market that can convert organic waste to biogas. But your system is so brilliant, it really converts to biogas and then to electricity. Not only that, it produces part of the water and then provide fertilizer to the community. So this is really a comprehensive, integrated, efficient solution that I can see that many communities could benefit from. I would like to also congratulate you on the innovation that happened in this system to be optimized to do this in conversion. It's like a black box, but I really appreciate very much from the technical point of view all the innovation that has been put into this system. Congratulations.
Will you install one in the University of Cairo?
I'm sorry, what?
Will you install one in the university?
Absolutely. We actually have a sustainable unit at the American University, and I'll mention this to them if they would be interested in having this.
There you go. Okay.
Hi, my name is Alyssa Lewis from the Skoll Foundation, and I want to say that I learned recently that reducing food waste is like the third most effective way of reducing greenhouse gas emissions. So I think that this innovation is just so critical in helping us to achieve not only our climate goals, but also a number of other SDG goals as well. And I have a number of connections. I know you have some partnerships at Berkeley, but if you want to make any partnerships at UC Davis as well, I have a number of them there, so get in touch.
Okay, that's fantastic. Accelerators, thank you very much. And let's hear another round of applause for Sandra Sassow and Flexibuster. Thank you.